Hello, long time no see. This is Skibby, and today I'm finally getting around to doing Going Gear EDC Club for, we're in October now, so this is a September box. It probably says on here. September! Yeah, okay. And as normal, we're going to start bottom up on our list here. Please pardon the mess. Well, I'll just get it out of the way. My dad has a form of brain ataxia. So his brain is slowly being eaten away, and between that and he got COVID, got hospitalized, and so he's back home now, which is good. But he's currently on hospice, so we've been busy. To make it less serious, here's two boy cats and doing window stuff. So there's that. And so yeah, between that and a knife issue that we'll go into, it's just been a minute before I could get this one done. But we're doing it now. So let's get into it. So the first item we have is the Noso X Pouch. South and Middle Teton Topo, or Topo, whatever. These patches are waterproof, washable, and easy to apply. I should say easy, and I don't have a pen on me, but that's okay. They're designed to be aggressive and long-lasting on your favorite outdoor gear. Okay, so I think what these are designed for, so Gore-Tex is like a military, high-wearing, waterproof, does everything, coat material, jacket material that the military uses. I don't know if I said that. Sorry. But you can't really sew that. So I think these are to aid in patching that stuff up when it does get a hole in it. And here's Crunchy. Hi, Crunchy. What are you doing? You say this is actually a show about you? Okay. All right, that's fine. So we got one of these. We also got a couple in Battle Box a little bit ago. So I'm pretty familiar with these. I haven't used them yet because I don't have Gore-Tex stuff. But also the holes in my tents are much larger than this. That's mostly due to age than like wear and tear. So this is pretty cool. I might keep this in something. It's thin as nothing, so you can just stick it in a pouch or something. No issue. They have it as $11, which does seem steep, but Gore-Tex is expensive stuff, and repairing it is almost impossible. Like it's usually total garment replacement type stuff. So $11 to, $11 versus like $300. Which would you choose? That's what this is for. Good item. Just not a thing that I need all the time. Alright, let's see what we got next. Where did I put it? Here it is. That is the Schomer, probably Schomer, huh? Looks like Homer with an S on the front. Schomer Tech Bare Minimum Lockpick Set, which is pretty cool. We got a fun rake, a feeler pick, and a tension tool. Bare minimum, like it says. And I guess it was an overstock of a military contract. So like, what's that company? Maritac. I know we've gotten some Maritac stuff. And County Commission, is that the name of the place? They do, military contract issue, production for stuff, and then they sell the overstock. So it's probably something like that. This will be fun to try. I've never tried my hand at lockpicking. They're pretty flexible. It's kind of part of the deal, right? They got to be thin enough to get into locks and stuff. So that's pretty cool. $13. I don't know how much any of that stuff is, so I'm okay with it. Not really something that I can carry all the time, because folks still look at you funny if you got lockpick stuff. They think you're up to no good or something. I think it's probably just something fun to do. Moving right along, we have the Slice EDC folding knife. It's more of a box opener. But this is something that I might actually be able to take to work. It's just a little, it's actually kind of hefty, which is nice. It gives it some weight. We have a lanyard hole. It has a flipper tab and it's spring assisted. It doesn't always go all the way out. It's got a little liner lock and plastic blade housing. But the blade doesn't just cut you, because it is ceramic and kind of dull. But it just pushes tape and stuff apart. It will cut. It does cut, but like it requires more effort than just a knife. But you know, it goes into the housing. It's replaceable, so it's kind of cool. I might be able to take it to work. They'd still look at me funny. I work in a government facility, so they don't. Man, I can't even take nail clippers in. So, you know, not that I really need anything. We do have scissors. So it's funny about scissors, because I can have scissors in the building, but I can't bring my own in. Government stuff, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with them. They got guns. So, you know, some folks have been confused about this, because this does seem like a more of an item for non-knife people, which I completely get. But again, there are use cases, like if your job doesn't allow you to carry a knife, and mine doesn't. So, you know, there's places like that. So I can definitely see it. Also, my partner, you know, folks who maybe aren't as enthusiastic about knives because they're afraid they're going to cut themselves or something, it's a good option. So I'm glad that it exists. It just doesn't fit my deal. You know what I mean? Next, we have something that I've actually been using. H-Beam H16 headlamp / right angle flashlight. So this thing is really, really cool. It's really cool. It's got the two-way pocket clip that comes right off. Let's just press fit on there. Spring clip, two-way. Slip it on your hat, whatever you need to do. Slip it on, whatever. But the purpose of that is because it comes with a headband, see? And this can just stretch. You see these two grooves? See how it lines up pretty nice. Gonna save you guys the trouble of me trying to wiggle this in there just to wiggle it back out. But it's got an attractive headband. It's got a rubber section to prevent it from slipping and stuff, so that's nice. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. We recently got in BattleBox a gummy headlamp that's like a dedicated headlamp, and I've been using that if I need a headlamp. It's actually been working pretty cool. So this one I've actually been using as my EDC flashlight because, well, I really like Ace Beam, and I lost my Poke Light. I had a copper one, same battery, set a right angle, which is really, really cool. You know, just been trying it out mostly. But sometimes I don't want to, you know, what do I say? I feel like I'm trying to be too tactical if I hold a flashlight, you know, tail side down and like, you know, shine a light this way, or click the back and hold it. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. But this one, you hold it for a little bit because it is 90 degree. It feels a little bit more natural and friendly, I guess. I don't know. It feels all right. And then you just hold down to cycle through. It gets pretty bright. Double click for a turbo mode, which is crazy bright. Yeah, turbo mode goes up to 1,000, and then the ultra low mode, they say, which is still pretty dang bright, being honest, goes 58 hours. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So you hold to turn it on and cycle, and then it's just a simple one click to turn it off. And what's really cool about it is that the tail is magnetic. So I thought that was really, really cool. It is really cool. It is just the tail, because this will just hang out and boop. Oh no! Anyway, I really like this flashlight. It's been pretty fun. And then because this is so, like, this is supposed to be removed, I just turn it sideways and stuff it in my pocket pouch, and then, you know, it's ready to go, man. It's just ready to go. I have it that way so that it's a little bit thicker on that side, and it just doesn't, it feels off. It feels off. That's about the deal. Okay, so I didn't actually do math for this stuff. What do we got? 30 and 40, that's 70, 80, 90 and change, 93, no, 94. We got a 3 and $1. Yeah, so about $94 for the standard box, which is pretty cool. And again, I had no issues with the standard box. Standard box was great. What I did have issues with, and Going Gear hooked me up. Great customer service. Can't talk them up enough. They're a great company. But that was on the premium box. Excuse me. Which we got a giant mouse. This seems to be an exclusive through Going Gear. The Ace Grand Green Canvas Micarta in M390. This one I really like the feel of it, but I'll go over the issues. Here's the knife. Comes in. Hi boy. You done being up there? Comes in standard Ace box, bloody blue. Comes with this real cute canvas cloth bag, I guess, which is pretty cool. So that's nice, and it looks really attractive. It really, really, really does. We've got a wire pocket clip. It's actually got really tight retention. Aluminum backspacer that goes a crazy amount. Like, look at that thing. That thing's solid, man. We have a lanyard hole that does not prioritize the lanyard hole, so we're still pretty darn deep carry. Look at that. Bam. It's pretty nice. It is reversible, which is great. We have the finger hole deployment, and the blade is very attractive looking. We've got a fun clip point, kinda harpoony. It kinda goes up right there. Weird jimping placement, but that's no big deal. And this thing has been confusing to me. Like the micarta ramps up here, like there should be jimping there, and then it falls off. So like there's a bump there. It's not smooth, but very, very comfortable. Contoured micarta with this downward slant. That's a nice place for your pinky. You can just grip it by there. It also allows for a shortened handle length, just a little bit. See how the grip chain's a little bit longer, because the grip, you know, has full pinky placement. because this one goes down, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's comfy. It feels bigger than it is, I guess. Liner lock, access could be better, but that's no big deal. We're on bearings, which is fine. I prefer washers, but that's okay. M390. So the issues that I had with my initial one, I could literally just do that and the blade would just sail out. So it had a really weak detent. This detent is much better. Also on the old one, the tip is still kind of proud. I can just pull it out, but in combination, like the other one, the other tip was slightly more proud. I could pull it out with the meat of my finger by doing this. This one I have to try to get it. So that combined with loose detent, it just made the knife dangerous, in my opinion. So I sent it in. They gave it a look over and sent me out this one, which is great. Has been great. Cuts through trees out, mini trees that pop up. You know those maple helicopters. And then if you don't get after them, then they start sprouting, and then it's in your flowers, so you don't really want to pick them up. And it's like been 100 the whole week, so going outside is just a bad idea. Anyway, I got around to it finally, and trees that were about that thick, my ring finger thickness, no problem. This is great, and the grind is pretty acute, so it goes through stuff like nothing. It's pretty nice, sharp as heck, works really well. Great feeling micarta. I don't know if you can hear this gritchy scratchy texture. It's really nice. Really glad to have gotten it. Yeah. Between my QC problems on my first one and my QC problems on my Ace Nibbler, I was starting to think that maybe I just don't like giant mouse, but this one's doing me well so far. And Going Gear hooked me up with the replacement in a timely manner. Somebody called up and asked me what was going on, and believed me when I said the problems that I had, which was very refreshing for a company to do. So can't recommend Going Gear enough. And what'd they say? So they got that one priced at $2.25. So we're at what, $315? There's about for total box value on a $200 box. Yeah, curation on Going Gear has been amazing, in my opinion. I think we had one month where it could have been better. Like the total value was only $230 on a $200 box. Still doing great. And here's Iro, his pretty eyes, rubbing his face on stuff. But okay, that's about that. And I went over Dad's stuff. So with that, if I do get boxes in, videos they're just gonna come when they come. Yeah, that's about all I got.